Today, YouTube, back with another one, BWI to ATXF, the channel. We are swapping out the OEM steering wheel for Elvin Wong. Beautiful piece. And a Lexus accessory, Lexus ACC. Is Raymond's cover here. Leather stitch, double stitch, white and blue OEM Plus. Same setup on here. And I'm not going to talk about this too much, but Elvin's carbon fiber quality is unmatched. It's literally unmatched. I've been waiting a lot of years just trying to see if I could find something that is of good value. This is a premium, but his weave is, again, unmatched. You can kind of see that the weave goes vertical. That's how you know you're looking at an Elvin Wong piece. Definitely gives it a different aesthetic, and it's not sloppy. Consistency with the carbon fiber weave is there. Also not sloppy. This is why I highly recommend this. Just make sure you lined up straight. Even if you got a bad alignment, just make sure this is straight so you get a reference point, 12 to 6. We're gonna pop this and take out the battery. Go ahead, hold down on the brake just to drain any residual. That should help, and then try and start the car. Drain the modules, because we are going to be releasing the airbag here. All right, to gain access to the wheel, I'm going to pop this side out, and then the cruise control stock right there as well. Just put a little screwdriver, the flathead in between this slide and pop off. 3 pins, one right here. Take a screwdriver, lift that up. You can already see it popped off at the bottom. After you get that one popped off, it's another one on this side, and you push this one, and it's one right there. Now the back tabs are released. You're going to carefully pull this down, and it should pivot. Kind of see here. I'm trying to do this one hand. And that's the airbag. You're gonna put something in there. Small screwdriver or a pick would be fine. You're gonna gently pry that up. You do not wanna mess that up. Now that's out the way, there's a ground remaining. Take that off. That safety pin right there, you might have to push back, and that should slide right off without too much effort. Now we got that fully removed, and we're good to do this, but I'm gonna continue with the steering wheel installation, because this is gonna be the harder part. Instead of this, we'll get back to this. These wires, these harnesses are connected to your clock spring, so exercise extra caution. Tab right there, push down with the screwdriver, and there's another tab right here that you can't see. Push down with a screwdriver, and it releases. Do not fight these. It's going to release on their own. Then we're just going to remove these. That's disconnected. Now we're going to go ahead and get into removing this fun part. So before we proceed, we're gonna go ahead and mark up the center. Fortunately, it locked up while I was working on the airbag, but it's kind of at about 11:30 clock perspective. So we're just gonna take something just to give it perspective. And we can come back to the video and make sure it's aligned as well. You're gonna take your 19, break the bolt off. You might have to hold it. After you get that bolt off, you're gonna hit it all around with some force, especially if your car is old. I'm sure you've seen some YouTubes on here, but before you do that, make sure that you keep the bolt on. That way it just doesn't fly off, mess up your clock spring. All right, and we loose. So we're gonna take this out all the way. Worked out better than expected. Set that to the side, and we're going to gently pull this out. Take the airbag leads, because that's the thing that goes through the steering wheel and stays. All right. I see that clock spring. Don't move it, because it costs like $1,000 from the dealership. Do not mess that up. You rotate it too much, the spring in there is going to break. Now we got the Sparko. We're going to go ahead and take this inside, start transferring everything over, the internals to the Elvin Wong piece. I'm going to go ahead and start with the paddle shifters right here. It's 4 bolts, 4 screws. Unplug the harness and we'll be fine with that. I don't see any other screws on the back of here. Move to the front. Now we're back to the front. Any Phillips you see, just remove it. We're going to start top, bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should give us clearance to remove this U assembly here. So I got everything taken apart. It's held on by a lot of small screws. This connects to the back of this, and you just apply that out to feed that through this hole. And we're working on just getting everything back through. So as you can see, these two separate. You're gonna start with this, then apply it to the U. All right, so after a little hold up with stuff around the house, got everything together, transferred. U needs to clip in at the bottom, and then you just reverse everything as it was taken out. And yeah, it's looking real good. I'll go ahead and move on to the airbag cover replacement. And basically, for the airbag, of course, be very careful with this. You take a screwdriver and you pry this out on all sides so you can push this through. See how the plastic is held in by these metal tabs? Just flex those back, pop out, push them back. Finally came off. Pro tip, get some gloves because this is sharp on the sides, and work your way around. Make sure that this is at a 90-degree angle or more to really give clearance for the plastic to come off. That's the bag. Hope that you never see this when you need it, but if you see it when you need it, I hope you see it. All right, this place should snap in pretty easy. Be careful with the bag and take these tabs and bend them back into place to hold them. If you got the center stripe, it's gonna make it a lot better to put it back on. Already got it through. Clock spring to not move too much, but center line to the center line I marked up. I always want to torque my things down to spec, so that nut right there is going to be 37 foot-pounds. We're going to use the torque wrench right here, peace of mind. We got that torque down, everything's back at the clock spring with minimal movement. It's 2 harnesses that go back in just like how you took it out. Only thing left to do is put the airbag in, the leads, and fit the airbag assembly back in. Then we're done. Now you got the leads back in. Don't forget about your ground. Get it set. It should be centered. Then should just lock in. Apply pressure. Just clip. Clip. Need the last one. Clip. We're done. I got the battery back in. Moment of truth is gonna die the first time. Got everything back assembled, batteries back connected. We are live. Go ahead and start it up. It's gonna die the first time. And we live. So everything's installed on the car. I've been driving around for a few months on this, and you can see the workmanship is very solid. No issues at all. It's probably one of my favorite interior mods. So just to recap, we got the Elvin Wong piece with the custom center stripe in the middle. I haven't seen anybody do this, so I did exactly that to go with the white and blue F aesthetic. Got the F logo here, and just let's admire the weave on this, man. Like, this is why I paid that premium. I got the Raymond dang airbag cover right here. I didn't want to overdo it with the carbon fiber, so we just kept it a simple black. Again, OEM plus white and blue stitch to match the theme of the inside. Recap the inside, got the Elvin Wong shift knob with the red, the blue and white stitching. That's OEM, kept it like that. 101 custom script, got the undefeated start button. And of course, we got the OEM plus armrest from the track edition. So everything is solid. Just make sure you connect them leads. As you can see, I kind of messed up there, but no harm, no foul. No clock spring issue has arise for this installation. That's gonna do it for this video, y'all. I appreciate y'all support. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the comments, tell me what you think, what else y'all like to see. Catch y'all next time.